Yeah, happy new month, guys. This is August 2021, and I believe that this video, people are going to watch it in August 2022. People are going to watch it maybe 2023 and on like that. But this is August 2021, and welcome to Climbers YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're on Climbers YouTube channel, you can subscribe, click on the link, subscribe, and also turn on post notification. And if you're wondering what Climber is a platform that helps young talents thrive in the world of work through the resources and information we give. So straight to the point, August, I had a conversation with the community members. There's a Climber community, and I had this conversation with them a couple of days ago. I asked a very, very simple question. What is your biggest wish at this particular time? Some people said they want to get clarity, and some other people said they want to earn more. Some other people said they want to get into bigger circles. Different responses, but every of the responses were tied to something, which I would call it growth. Everybody wants to grow, especially at this particular time when we have a lot of setbacks in our economy. And to scale up or to ensure you're comfortable, you need to grow. You want to grow into bigger circles, you want to increase your income, you want to move from the place of confusion and uncertainty to certainty. That's growth. And I don't mind, and I don't care what January to August or July has been for you, but for the Climber community member, I sent an email this evening and I said August is going to be a month of growth. And this time around, I'm not saying growth as in like a motivational talk. I'm saying growth as in there has to be a blueprint, a structure, there has to be a format, there has to be a template for this growth. And I also had to educate them that growth is not just about the awareness. There is the awareness part of growth where you know that, oh, I need to grow. But how do you grow? A seed knows that it needs to grow. But there are some things that needs to be done by the person planting the seed for the seed to grow. It needs to ensure that it waters it, the ground is something that seeds can grow, it weeds it when it's time, it prevents animals from coming to it to eat the leaves and some other things like that. So that means for you to grow, structures need to be set in place, things need to be in motion. You have to define a lot of things, but most times are not. You don't know what you need to do because you want to grow, you want to get to a particular level, you want to get to a certain level, but you don't know what you need to do. You don't know who to meet, how to go about it, you don't know how to network. You know you need to network, but how do they network? You know you need to learn a skill, but what skill? You know you need to apply a skill, but how do you apply it? So for Climber community members, one, we are going to be doing a lot of interesting stuff. You'll be seeing my face pretty much more often. I'll be referring you to YouTube to watch the full video. I'll be posting the clips, the snippets on Instagram, on Climber Instagram page, and blogs. Yeah, so if you're watching this, there's some new development. One, interestingly, we are working a Climber platform. There was a Climber platform before, but for months, let me say for like about 6 months, since the year began, it has not really been active. So we are working it, and it's going to be available by next week. Blogs, we used to write on Medium when the platform was not available, but now we'll be writing on Climber platform. You can read blogs there. Podcasts, I'll be hosting a couple of persons and myself, so I'll be doing podcasts. Then videos, YouTube videos like this on things that involve life lessons, but especially our focus would be on what you need to know as a young talent to grow, the things you need to know, the things you need to do, the skills you need to build, how to go about it. All those things are the things that you'll be learning on the YouTube channel. And also we have live lectures where we host every week, and I host professionals in the marketing, tech, and corporate world, teach like what they've done to thrive in the world of work in their own industry. So if you're into marketing, if you're into tech, if you're in the corporate world, then you need to stick to the Climber channel, YouTube channel as much as possible. The YouTube channel link will be posted on IG. If you're watching it, I will refer you to IG, to the link from IG. At the same time, it's also posted anywhere. It's going to be posted anywhere, but ensure you do subscribe. then turn on post notifications so you will get as much post as possible. So growth, I have some things that I'm going to be sharing about growth in the next few minutes, and I shared it with the community members too this morning or this afternoon. Was it this morning or this afternoon? I think it was this afternoon. I have observed, so far so good, that most people get to work themselves out. I also used to think about that. I've been in this shoe before, but not anymore anyways, where you get to look at yourself and you're wondering what it will take you to get to where you want to get to. A lot of us get to overthink, we get to overworry, we get to put pressure on ourselves, get depressed because we are looking at someone else who has grown and we think we are not making the best efforts to get to that particular position. Hence, we like try to blame ourselves and things like that. I had to make this post this morning and I was like, sometimes it's not that you are not growing, it's that you don't understand that growth actually is a process. I did something recently. I had to go check people in the industry that I am involved in the edtech space, and I checked those who are actually succeeding. How many years have they been in this industry? And surprisingly, I discovered that a couple of them have been in this industry for at least 10 years. I've been in this industry for just 2 years plus. There is no way on heaven and on earth that I should expect to get to their level. If I would be expecting to get to their level, I'll be missing out on a lot of lessons they learned, because you don't learn lessons except you try and fail. You learn from failure, you learn from experimenting. So don't beat yourself up if you feel you've not really done anything. And if you've not done anything, fine, don't still beat yourself up. But there are some things you need to understand about growth. One, you cannot grow if you're not ready to experiment. And a lot of people have this problem. You don't want to experiment. You do not want to try. You're afraid to try. You're afraid to experiment things. I have tried a couple of things. There was something that I did this year, the 5th year of this month. I think I started from April, May, June, that it didn't succeed, but it gave me a lot of lessons. It made me meet new people. It gave me different perspective about what I am doing, and it challenged me to move further. So you need to learn to experiment. I wrote it here because I have shared it with the Climber community, and if you are not part of the Climber community, don't worry, when the platform is ready, you can just subscribe to the email newsletter and then you get access to the community. But till then, just keep staying glued. So growth comes by experimenting. You experiment to grow. Growth is a process. You need to understand that you cannot fast forward growth. If you can fast forward growth, everybody should be like where they need to be now. But it's an uncertain future. Like, you cannot predict what you want to do. You just have a mental picture of where you want to be, but you don't know how you're going to go about it. So it's a process. It's like you're stacking pieces together so you'll be able to climb on it. You cannot climb on what you've not stacked on, and you don't know the right pieces that will fit except you experiment. So they are actually linked together. So also, growth takes time. I don't want you to rush things. Whether the society, social media has made everybody look like they are successful or not, you need to understand that it's not what you see on social media that it is. Things are not the way they seem. Then growth involves risk. If you're not ready to play risk, and this time around, we're not talking about like taking very high risk. I am a high risk taker, but I would not encourage people to go extremely into the high risk part, except you're an entrepreneur, you're a startup founder. Probably you should also get leveraged before you go into the high risk part. But you need to also take risk if you want to grow. Like, will this thing work out? Will it not work out? The moment it becomes a matter of will it's a risk itself, and then you need to try it. So if you want to learn a skill, what if it doesn't pay off? It's a risk, but you want to learn it, you want to invest your money into it. I bought a course recently, a couple of days ago. I bought it 15,000 naira. I wanted to do something, but I knew that YouTube was not going to give me the direct information. So I found somebody on YouTube that said he knows how to teach it, and I think I've seen a couple of results from what he's doing. And I just contacted them, followed the link, paid instantly, and I got access to the information. Now, will it pay off? I'm not done watching it. but it's a risk that I had to pay for because I want to achieve something. I want to grow in knowledge, that I want to apply something to get a particular result. So growth also involves taking risk. And if you're not ready to take risks, you're not ready to grow. So guys, if you're watching this, if you are not aware of Climber, please, now this is an opportunity to be aware of Climber, because obviously maybe I might get to sponsor this. Every of the content that I drag snippets from them, sponsor it. We want to build a huge number of people in our community. There is a big talent gap in the world of work today, and everybody's like, go learn skills. But what are the skills to learn? Oh, you've learned the skill. How do you apply it? How do you get jobs? Like, there needs to be a bridge, and this is exactly what Climber is offering. This is exactly what Climber is doing. So if you're watching this, for now, before next week, a couple of people will have watched this. Subscribe to the Climber YouTube channel. Tag your friends if you're watching this on Instagram from any of the snippets you've watched. Tag your friends, turn on post notifications, share the link with your friends, and let them learn. August for the community member is a month of growth. You will, from your emails, for those who have access to our emails, by next week, you will definitely be able to have access to our emails. But through YouTube too, you'll be getting like more direct and specific information on how to grow, things you need to do to grow, things around your career, how to like get to network on LinkedIn, how to meet with people, how to grow, how to learn faster, how to scale up in your profession to become a top talent. All these things are the things that we'll be sharing on Climber. Like I said, it's not just me. We'll also be hosting professionals. We'll be having conversations. We'll be having quizzes and every other thing like that. So yeah, if you don't know me, this is Ajayi Joel, and I am the founder of Climber. This might be the first time you're engaging with my video, but I would say that stick to this channel. There is a lot it has to offer to you, and also drag your friends along. Then to the next video I make, keep hustling.